Hi everyone, welcome to All Four Queens. I hope you're feeling quite good today. Probably afternoon now. I've done quite a few recordings, but I was hoping to bang them all out today and then move forward into the next phase. I hope everyone's doing well, you're enjoying your day, you've done all your spiritual stuff, and I hope you're getting something out of the recordings. I did say on the previous one, I'm not going to change what I'm doing, but I'm going to switch it up a little bit because I've got people that are obviously copying my work and they just want to copy certain things, which is a bit of a shame really, that people don't have innovation, but quite flattering at the same time. So, stick with me. Hopefully you'll learn something from it anyway, because it's still spiritual related and it's still warfare, but obviously it's time for people to have their own innovation, isn't it? And if they want to work with me, then they need to reach out and have a conversation, and if it fits, then we might do something. If not, then we won't. So this session, I've got some cards that they want me to, we're on the same train again. I've got the Light Seers deck, because obviously the other deck I said is a bit battered and stuff and bruised. It's still on the same thing, but I think they still want this message to be out there, and I think them trying to make a point. So we'll stick with it, and I think, with what's going on and all the different energy and energy transferring back, the point is nothing is hidden. I think that's the message. Nothing is hidden. Doesn't matter what you do, it's always seen, and you'll never ever escape what you've done, why you've done it, and the karma that comes back from it. Because at the end of the day, you're not fighting me or the collective, you're fighting your own energy that you put out, and obviously you're fighting the spiritual realm, and you're fighting God's plan, or your ancestors. And if there's a plan that they want and you've gone in and you've tried to change it to suit your own purpose, which I know some people have, then they're now saying time's up. So basically, let's just have a look at, you know what the Lovers cards look like anyway, don't you? Let's just go into it so I can show you, because obviously the Light Seers deck is slightly different. So the Lovers is that card there. Obviously on the Rider-Waite, it's just two people, isn't it? But that's the Lovers card. So the Lovers is about choices. For me, it's always about choice. So there's two, you could say the Devil card is about choice as well, but the Lovers is about choice as well, for me personally. It's also about love and harmony and relationships and alignment. And it also encourages us to explore personal beliefs, values, to find balance in life for the increased success and stay true to who you are. That's how I interpret it. Now obviously there's a reverse version as well. Whilst I was doing the cards, I got a song that said, and it's a song by Lisa Stansfield, and it says, being around the world, I think that's what it's called. So anyway, I've looked at it, and it says, first verse, being around the world, and I can't find my baby, I don't know when, and I don't know why he's gone away, and I don't know where he can be, my baby, but I'm going to find him. Now obviously change the word, and if it's a woman that it relates to, because it could be your message as well. I did too much lying, wasted too much time, now I'm here and crying, I. So then I pulled the cards. So I've got my coffee in here now, I've got my water. Let me just grab a bit of water. I'm trying to drink more water, but obviously so let's get into it. So what I did was I pulled the cards, and it's about forward movement, and I think it's about the same thing, but they've gone a bit of a different way. So it was about forward movement. The King of Cups, now bear in mind the King of Cups doesn't have to be a man, it can be a woman, but carrying that energy. King of Cups and the King of Wands to move forward with the betrayal. Now bear in mind, So however you see betrayal, I mean, you know, if you've healed, then you see betrayal as it's not your burden, it's theirs. But, you know, not everybody does, and I get that. But that's the whole point of the healing. So the betrayal in the past, when they were younger, the King of Cups, I mean the Knight of Cups, sorry. The Knight of Cups got paid, and I think we've been on this trail before, but took money and got paid to marry the family Knight of Wands. So when they were younger, they got paid to marry. Now remember I said, now this could be your story and it could be my story, and you saw my ancestor go past there as well, so it's probably my story as well, that somebody interjected in the whole design and the whole plan and paid somebody else to marry somebody else. And the reason for that is it's not necessarily the person's fault, because obviously that was something that their weakness, and someone obviously attached to their weakness, which obviously was financial. But the purpose of it was to block, and that was what the person's intention was to block the design plan. And why do I say that? It's because people believe that they're God. But the problem now is, in the year of infinity, everything that was done was always seen anyway, because it's in the Akashic records. So everybody is now having to deal with all the deceit and the deception and the manipulation and trying to change destinies that they did. They're now having to deal with that energy. So like I say, when people throw out spell work, you know, for the likes of us, you know, yes, it might affect us, you know, it might cause us some issues and stuff. The whole purpose of it is God is allowing it, or the ancestors are allowing it, for us to transmute it and to grow from it. When that energy goes back to somebody else, the question is, can they transmute it? If they're so dense and dark, will they be able to transmute the energy as well? So that's why I say be very mindful of what you're throwing out, because can you transmute it as well? So anyway, yeah, so to marry so they switched it, and to marry the Knight of Wands using magic. They lied, but we know that anyway, for years, and they used abuse on the young one, who was the Knight of Pentacles. There she is. She was the Knight of Pentacles. So they abused her, and they also used magic to abuse her. Oh, sorry, Knight of Pentacles, and they used magic to abuse her as well. The Lovers got the Ten of Pentacles, but bear in mind it was switched, so they did it to get the Ten of Pentacles. Now everyone's fighting, which is what I said about the energy returning. The Devil's energy, because obviously they were operating in devil energy, because it's deception, isn't it, and it's manipulation. A bad karma that's now coming back. Everyone's a little bit stressed and in their head. Got no strength, because the Empress has spoken her truth, which is obviously what God wants. God doesn't want people to be lying. You know, the whole purpose of being in Christ consciousness and on guard and believing in what you believe in your faith, is to always speak the truth. Because the truth, you don't have to remember the truth, but you have to remember lies, and that's when you get caught up in the devil's den. So everyone's now a little bit stressed. So that would be Nine of Swords. So everyone's a little bit stressed, because obviously the truth is now out and it's exposed. They've got no protection from the angels. Now remember what I said as well, sometimes people can go into these things and don't realise what they're doing, so therefore they're not necessarily culpable. But when somebody does know what they're doing and they're doing it intentionally, they are culpable. So obviously some may have angelic support and some may not, but if you look at some of my earlier ones, if you've done anything to your ancestors, because they're your angelic support as well, I mean obviously you've got your archangels, but you've also got your ancestors, but if you've done anything to them to harm them in any way, they're not going to be there for you when you get into karma. So it's so important that you do unto others as you want done to you. Luke 6:31. So everyone's now in heartbreak because obviously everything's been a bit exposed. They're running away, trying to run away and get cover. Now that could also be from all the magic as well that's coming back. But you can't run away from it. And like I said, you can never run away from your karma because it'll always find you anyway. It knows your address. It doesn't matter where you go. It's your karma, it's your energy. So whatever energy you put out, it's just going to follow you. So they're running away because all the secrets are out. Everything's out. And bear in mind, this isn't just about me reading. Bear in mind, this isn't just about me reading the cards. This is about digital footprint. This is about stuff that's been done on the physical. Are you coming to my home and all that sort of stuff? Because I'll tell somebody a secret in a minute about doing that. And somebody came to my electricity box again the other day and left and did something. So they're running away from the secrets because they're all out, and obviously there's some probably paper trail as well, because of all the illusions and the option. And if you look, there's a red one there. It was the right one, but they decided to go around and do all that. And also they wanted money, but they wanted to just go off and live the world the way that they wanted to, but that wasn't God's plan. Because of all the crazy spell work that's been put out as well. Remember I said, what's happening with the world at the minute is because of all this spell work that people are throwing out. Someone's got to clean it up, and obviously, Mother Gaia and Earth is changing and the planets are moving to sort of clear it out. And obviously, if people don't stop doing it, it's going to go back to them, isn't it? And whatever they've wished for somebody else, well, you know how it goes. Anyway, everyone's under judgment. They're in a tower. And a tower obviously is, everything that you've done coming crashing down on you. So for instance, if you wished death magic on someone, i.e. to lose everything, blah, 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 that'll happen to you. So it's really... Words are so powerful, and I think if you look on one of my early ones, words, actions and thoughts are so powerful, because if you're wishing negative on somebody else because that's just who you are, and we talk about spirit, mean-spirited, then there's no way that it's not going to come back to you, because your ancestors are going to do it for a start off, because that's not part of their lineage, and they want to go to the light. Like I said before, they're desperate to get to the light, and your job was to clear it for them, not get involved in this. And even if this happened when people were younger, they sat on the secret. Now bear in mind, karma is for things that you don't do and things that you do. So if you know a secret and you're sitting on it and you're still not sharing it and you're still not clearing that karma, i.e. putting right what was done wrong, you're going to get karma for that. So now everyone's stuck to move forward. They're watching, and like I said, I know people are watching because they're sitting out over there everywhere in regret, or is it remorse? Remember, man, regret and remorse, with the opportunity that they took when they were younger, I guess. Regret taking the cup, or is it remorse because they got caught? Who knows? It's a massive burden now. Because justice stepped in and closed the cycle. Everyone's now out in the cold because they didn't use their intuition. because we all know right from wrong, don't we? They didn't use their intuition. Now they're being forced to go within. Or the high priestess went within. There's two stories there. Remember how the cards read. And she healed, and they're probably now being forced to do that. Because she had her awakening, and they're probably going through that now. Remember we talked about a dark night in the soul. And she walked away and reclaimed herself. Now, what do I mean by that? So, as I said before, nothing is ever hidden. There are never any secrets. People think there are, but nothing is hidden because it's all in the Akashic records. And as soon as you start to ascend, you start to get clarity on what you already know. And what I mean by that is you already know it. But it's just sometimes you get the confirmation just to confirm it. Hence, sometimes tarot readings are quite good to watch, depending on what you're watching them for. But like I said, always work on the ones where your guide sends you to, because there's a message there for you. Which is why I'm not sharing the people I watch straight away. I may do in the future, or if we do memberships, then people will be a bit more discerning and intuition. And I'm not doing it not because I don't want to share them and get them more views. It's just that I don't want to confuse your journey. You know, you need to tap in and work with your guides really, because that's the whole point. So in relation to this, people that came to my house, I don't think they realise what they're being watched. So next time you come, smile, because you're on candid camera. Thing is, you just don't know where the camera is. So again, when I talk about things are not hidden, everything is seen. You're on camera. And you've been watched for quite some time, haven't you? So I'd be very mindful in what you're doing and why you're doing it. Because it's not going to go very, very well, is it? So yeah, so basically all that was about taking money, moving it into a different lineage, and not following the right path. And some people probably got manipulated because of their own weaknesses, and maybe hopefully now everyone will learn that there is no such thing as a secret, and everything you do, you have to pay the price for it. And you might be able to manipulate the physical, but you can't manipulate the spiritual, because they'll let you do so much before they whack you with it all back. So as I say, be mindful. So I hope that helps. It could be somebody else's story as well, or, you know, we've all probably been on the same journey at some point. And, you know, these things happen. And unfortunately, it's those closest to you that you know, do it. But obviously, we don't avenge, do we? You know, that's the whole point why he says, do not avenge. I will avenge for you. I will repay. So hope that helps. Like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. And keep your energy up. I mean, I do see little things like run on the spot. You know, just do something. Just do something just to keep your energy up. See you later. Bye.